night. We are back in Freelancer, as you can very plainly see here. Let me adjust my mic gain to make sure. Ho ho ho! Make sure my deep and sultry voice still comes through loud and clear. All right, so with that out of the way. With that out of the way, so where we left off last time, actually, I just want to deviate very slightly because of something that I'm very interested in, and you guys might be interested in too. I went to my local game store today, and if anyone is a fan of the X-Wing miniatures game, I'm just deviating for a moment. We'll get into the game here momentarily. I have picked up the Most Wanted pack for the new Scum and Villainy faction. It's got a couple of Z95 headhunters. I believe these are the AF4 variant, and a Y-Wing. I believe this is the S3 models, the one that had the manned turret in the back of the cockpit. And this is my starting point for the new Scum and Villainy faction. If you're a fan of miniatures, if you like Star Wars, highly recommend X-Wing. It's very awesome. But my pièce de résistance is my brand new Star Viper. This thing is absolutely glorious. If you can't really see it here, I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful model. It's going to be a lot of fun in game. But anyway, enough about my miniature obsession. I don't have a problem. Let's get right back into Freelancer. So like I said, last time we became the enemies of liberty. Oh, and we have escaped into Bretonia space. And since then we have acquired our brand new Crusader Bretonian heavy fighter. So that being said, let us check our mission log. Oh, look at that. Battleship Suffolk. Dunkirk class battleship. Crew and armaments are classified. Well, that sounds... Hey, look at that! Look at that. My reputation reflects what's happened recently. The Liberty Navy finds me hostile, along with the Liberty Police, the Liberty Security Force. Basically, oh, the Rhineland military even. Basically everyone I've ever met up to this point in the game absolutely hates my guts right now. And all because of a shiny little purple alien rock that is still active. So anyway, I'm looking for my mission log. Neural net log. There we go. Okay. So, yes, that's right. Tobias told us to go to this planet. He told us to go to New London and buy a ship from the ship dealer, which he gave us some extra money for. And, well, we got there. We found a light fighter. We didn't like it. And then a wonderful, wonderful person in the chat mentioned, hey, go to this battleship. There you'll find a heavy fighter worthy of your liking, and indeed I did. I found the Crusader heavy fighter, which I'm now going to use to blow some space pirates into dust. How does that sound? That sounds like a lot of fun. And we're just idly biding our time until the next story mission arises. So, we're going to start with, oh, an assassination. Let's see, for the Bretonia Armed Forces, and we're going to be taking out, one of the Molly's active leaders, which the Mollies already hate my guts anyway, so it's no skin off my back. Alright, let's head out. It looks like the destination is not too terribly far away, so we're just going to head out there, we're going to blow in the smithereens, and come back with a nice chunk of change in our pockets. So, let's get underway.
Your target can be found at the mission waypoint. Refer to the nav map for specific instructions.
Yes, indeed. The mission commission, which is apparently headed by one guy who dispatches all of these freelancers across the Sirius system. I bet that guy gets paid well. Alright, so we're on our way out to the mission waypoint where we will hopefully find our target within the first group of fighters and not have to go to the second or third ones like has happened to me before. This is kind of an interesting direction in which the mission is going, seeing as how it's crossing a major trade lane through the New London system. Definitely wouldn't want something flying through the trade lane to run into us. That would be disastrous. Beginning to close in on our target. We've closed to 9 kilometers. We started about 19 kilometers away, so we're actually making good progress at our lofty 300 meters per second cruise speed. I think when I get there, I'm going to probably cut my engines and do some fancy maneuvering. So 2.5 kilometers, cut the engines.
You're in range of your target.
Cut the
We've
engines.
marked the ship for you, so he'll be easy to find.
I could grind you up without even breaking a sweat. You don't want to do this with me right now.
This is the mission commission. Do not let your target escape.
Well, alright, I guess if I have to. I was actually rather headed towards that waypoint anyway. So we're going to trigger the free flight now that we've locked.
No way you're getting to our leader.
That's him. Doing some fancy flying out here, avoiding the mines and shooting Mr. Harold where the sun don't shine. He's lost a wing. He's taking serious damage and he's out of there.
Objective destroyed. Mission commission out.
Narrowly avoiding his spiraling wreckage out of space. Space is a very big place, but in these dogfights, it sometimes doesn't feel that way. I'm closing in as well, Mr. Askew. You will become an askew pile of junk out in space. How do you like that? There he goes. Oh yes. Silence you. Silence you, automated computer flight system. I don't need your assistance. At least most of the time. The times when I do need you, though, I vary. Oh! Barely avoided that mine. That could have done a considerable amount of damage to my shields. Closing in on Joseph Ainsworth. Well, watch, Mr. Ainsworth, as your life becomes worth less! Haha! I really need to stop with these cheesy puns. It's very much unbecoming of me as I get my bearings and realize that I am actually now floating adrift. I've continued to leave my engines unlocked, or I've continued to keep my engines cut, so therefore I'm actually flying in this direction while my ship is pointed another way. If anyone was wondering how I was doing that, I'm actually hitting the Z key on the keyboard to activate and deactivate the main engine so I can cruise around like that. And basically when you cut the engines like that, you can just, you know, continue your movement in one direction and continue. What's happened to the sound? Hello? Oh. Well, that's odd. I'm not hearing anything out of my headset now. It's bizarre. But anyway, just cruising around. Oh, look at that. We've got another Molly's ship. I'll use my thrusters to increase my velocity in this direction. Change course. See, it's very easy to, kind of basically just fly with the thrusters for the afterburner. It's not too bad. Alrighty, well, let's head back to Planet New London. Let's head to Waterloo Station. That sounds like a nice place to go to. Well, now I need to figure out what's happened to my audio, because this is don't like how my headset is suddenly cut out. Let me see if this is working. Yep, that's working. So it is in fact my headset. There we go. Temporary technical difficulties, but now we're back and better than ever. For some reason, my headset decided to cut out there for a moment, but now we're back, and even better still, my game is running even smoother now. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Hit cruise velocity. Cut the engines. This is actually running quite a bit better now.
This is Waterloo Station to Britonia Heavy Fighter Patrol. Identify yourself.
Woo!
Received your transmission, Armed Forces Iota 7. What is your destination?
It's funny to leave. It's funny to cut your engines and leave yourself decoupled from the pseudo atmospheric flight model, because then you can just kind of gently use the afterburner to basically fly using Newtonian physics. Rather, it's kind of a cool thing to do. And just like that, I came to a very smooth and very controlled stop. But enough of that.
Understood. Your request to dock is granted. Proceed to dock 4.
Oh, good! Just in time to run away from the Mollies. How about that?
I am taking on Molly's red 8.
Sometimes with these larger... Actually, it just depends on the location with which you're docking with. Sometimes it can take up to 20 seconds to actually dock with the station and remove yourself from space. But until then, you're pretty much at the mercy of whatever decides to try and blow you out of the sky. Alright, so we're going to continue selling off any excess equipment that we may have picked up, including missiles, because we're not terribly fond of missiles at the moment. Let's see, this location does not sell anything higher than Class 3 shields. I've got the heavy thruster, which we purchased all the way back in Liberty, which so far is becoming a very worthwhile investment. Let's go to the bar and pick up another job. Oh, I'm totally digging this music. Let's see, destroy contraband or kill ships. Oh, this one's after the Corsairs. I feel like blowing up some Corsairs, so let's get to it. Kill all Corsairs near the mission waypoint. It's on the other side of the system, go figure, but at least the entire trip there is going to be via trade lanes, so it's not going to be nearly as strenuous and lengthy as it may seem at first glance.
Enemy ships will be at the mission waypoint. Refer to the nav map for specific instructions.
Alright. Thank you very much, Mission Commission. So, normal flight speed, I believe, is about 80 meters per second in the ships in this game. And thruster speed is up to about, I think, 150 or 160 meters per second. Cruise speed goes all the way up to 300 meters per second. Trade lane velocity, however, is the quickest way to get around. It shows 3 dashes down there, but in fact, it's something coded into the game where it doesn't show numbers, or where it doesn't show 4-digit numbers, but trade lane velocity is actually 1,000 meters per second, or if you prefer, 1 kilometer per second. Oh, look at that. This heavy thruster is actually propelling me up to 200 meters per second. And yes, normal velocity power, just being propelled by your engines is 80 meters per second.
Dock.
second trade lane jump initiated. We are on our way to the very edge of the system, and in fact, we've actually explored quite a bit of the system just taking on this one mission. The reward of 4,300 credits is definitely worthwhile for being able to explore as much of the system as I have, and yeah, it's worth it. This mission is worth it already. Oh, those are Corsairs. They already don't hate me. Well, unfortunately, they're gonna hate me now. The waypoint's still 10 kilometers out, but we'll get there in a fairly short amount of time. There's also a debris field out there. I kind of want to explore that as well. So perhaps we'll do that after this mission. We'll head out and explore an asteroid field, see if we can find something bizarre, something rare. Maybe there's a wreck out there. I don't know. Closing in 2.2 kilometers.
Hostile ships in range. We've marked them to make them easier to spot.
You can't take what I'm dishing out.
Ooh. These are really tough ships. I believe these are Corsair Legionnaires. I imagine an absolute worst case scenario for me is that this encounter will consist of 3 waves. These first 2 Legionnaires and a couple more Legionnaires come in, and then the final wave is just 1 Titan, which in fact would make my day very, very bad. I fully intend to get a really good ship later on in the game, like a Titan. Maybe. Well, as soon as I get out there, I'll befriend the Corsairs and see if I can get hold of one of the Titans. Because the Titan in this game is actually it is, in fact, one of the best ships in the game. For being as far out into the middle of nowhere as the Corsairs are for the time, they do actually have some really good fighting. I really do admire them. Detonated his mine as soon as he dropped it. For she, Miss Lopez. Perhaps you are Lopez La Pasado?
Good job, but you're not done yet. There are more hostiles at the next waypoint.
Moving on to the next waypoint. Cut the engines and lay into them as I graze past them. In just a short amount of time I've been flying the Crusader, I've become very fond of its power plants. It's got a good rate of regeneration, and it's got a lot of power to work with in the first place, so it's very good for powering the weapons that I've got equipped to it currently. Probably not so much when I start upgrading all of the weapons, like if I start strapping a bunch of skyrels to it. But for the time being, it is very good. Bet you do. Enrique Montoya. I killed your father and now I should kill you. Come back here. Oh, look at that. He's lost his entire right wing. Oh, that's going to put a hamper on his capabilities. Down he goes. Wow, I love this. The Crusader is a really good ship right now. I know I've already mentioned it, but I really do like the Corsair ships. I really like it. Hooray!
You did it. The area is clear. Well done. Mission Commission signing off.
Alright, now, to investigate this mysterious asteroid field we've come across. This is the Devon asteroid field. Well then, let's go check it out and see what it is. Let's see what kind of political maps we've got going on here. There's no extremely hostile locations. Pretty much the entire system is a neutral political zone. No explicitly friendly zones. Patrol map. Mineable zones map. Doesn't seem to be anything in the way of mineable fields in this system. Which is not too surprising because it is a major system in Bretonian space. Let's see. Let's set. There we go. Let's set the contact list for all.
I'm engaging Gaians.
See if we can. Oh, someone is engaging Gaians. Perhaps. Oh yes, them and their star trackers.
Area is clear. No enemy movement.
Not seeing much of anything out here at the moment. Quite a bit of bounty hunter patrol. Quite a few Gaian and bounty hunter patrols cruising around in this asteroid.
Preparing to engage Gaian, Black 7.
That being said, because they're all patrolling out here, that must mean that there's something in this field worth finding. There's got to be.
Scanner shows no bandits. All clear here.
Ooh. Hold up. We've got something. We've detected hazard buoys. Perhaps this is a bounty hunter or a Gaian base. Who knows? These hazard buoys very clearly indicate something, and I want to see what that something is. Picking up lots of hazard buoys now. Perhaps they mark a path. Either they're marking a dangerous area or they're marking a path. When suddenly a wild legionnaire appears. Ooh, sorry. Alright, let's continue. Ooh, look at this! Look at what we found!
Danger. Volatile gases detected.
So, this is a first. We've entered an area of the asteroid field that is filled with explosive gases. If you fly too close to these little puffballs, they explode. They don't seem to be disturbed by weapons fire, though. Ah! Got a little too close to it. Look at you guys, you bounty hunters. Oh, you're so silly. Now, an explosive gas zone like this is definitely a good candidate for finding shipwrecks and potentially some very valuable loot. So I'm going to explore this for a little longer and see if there's something out here worth finding.
I'm taking on Freelancer, Alpha 1.
Someone's found me? Gaians. Now they're in my enemies. Pair of star trackers. These guys are too much of a threat. See, he just killed himself. Some Gaians and some Corsairs, they're very reckless. Engaging me in the middle of an explosive gas field. Well, look at that. One of them dropped some food rations. Well, it's gone now. Alright. There's got to be a wreck out here in the middle of this explosive field. There's got to be. As I keep getting further and further away from those hazard buoys, they keep... Their distance keeps opening up, so I'm getting closer towards the middle of the field. Another Gaian. Ah, there's some bounty hunters that have patrolled into this area and are going to be assisting. Good. I don't like contacts. Let's see. Ah, dang. I wasn't paying attention. Should probably take
Shield restored.
There we go. Let the shields come back. Alright. Well, it looks like we've successfully made it to the middle of the field.
Objective reached.
So far, we've not run into anything but enemies. Oh, you're definitely not going to keep it together. Come here. Ooh, that was close. Okay, it's probably time to get out of here. I don't think I'm going to find anything. Well, that was unfortunate. I'm actually rather sad that I didn't find anything. May as well run away as quickly as I can. And I am actually headed towards the edge of the field. Now they're just blowing themselves up. Well, good on you guys. No, you're not. Oh, you're not going to. You're not going to.
Disengage, pilot. Scanners clean. I've got nothing. Let's get back to our patrol. Acknowledged. Attention.
Alright, well. Ooh, wait a minute, what's that? What is that? This looks like the remains of a station. Ooh. Is there something out here after all? Interesting. Perhaps this was a station that was set up to harvest the explosive gas in the field, and something disastrous happened. Who knows? So many untold stories. Anyway, let's set a course for the nearest trade lane and get back to our task at hand. Well, that was a fun little trip. Oh, and another guy has decided he wants a piece of. Well, isn't that? Let's see. Here we go.
Go to.
Ah, good. Now they're friendly. Bretonian Armed Forces. So we've got a lock on the trade lane. We'll be able to head to Southampton Shipyard, and we will continue our journey from there. I just want to be sure. That's a scrap field. Interesting.
Dock.
Alright. So, on our way. Southampton Shipyard.
Disrupted.
Oh dear. Who is it this time? It's the Corsairs. Well, unfortunately, I don't really have time to play with you guys. I'll just close within range of Southampton Shipyard and let their defensive turrets take over. Corsairs and Mollies. Well, it's a very unfortunate day for me. Isn't it? No, I think you're just going to end up the corpse. Yeah. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? Now that I'm allies with the Bretonian Armed Forces. Yes, you did. Yes, you just lost one more. Come here. Floor Santini? Yeah, Santini. Look at that. Silly. Oh, yeah. You lost a wing. You've lost a ship. How do you feel about that?
Enemies firing.
Yes. Yeah.
Dock.
Roger that. Your request to dock is granted.
Go ahead and
Proceed
dock
to
with the
dock
shipyard. We'll see if we can get us some upgrades of equipment and head back out into the deep, wide reaches of space.
Incoming armored transport trader.
All right. So let's go ahead and repair what we've picked up. A thruster.
Repair complete.
And sell what we have. A little bit of money off of that. Get rid of that extra thruster. And we've got a cargo hold full of goodies. Let's see, some basic alloys, some food rations, some oxygen, some scrap metal, which sells very well here apparently, and some water. Well, that's all well and good. Okay, let's take on another job. Ooh, 4,750 credits. Oh, to destroy some junker ships. Once again,
Freelancer Alpha 1-1.
running through trade lanes
Shipyard.
on the other
You're
side,
cleared
to
for
the other
launch.
side of the
Good
system.
luck out there. Enemy ships will be at the mission waypoint. See the nav map for further details.
Looks like I've got some company.
Dock.
I like having 7 forward guns. I really do. It's nice. Trade lane travel, as fast as it is, does feel somewhat pedantic at times. And that's mostly when you're going from one end of the system to the other. And there's nothing else out here.
Dock. Alright, so we're finally closing in on the end of the trade lane, and we'll be able to make our way out to the final location. 14 kilometers away. Into another asteroid field. Alright. I think I'll take it in manually.
Mess with the Viper, and you'll get the fangs. Hostile ships in range. We've marked them to make them easier to spot.
Yeah, these guys are not flying extremely threatening ships. These ships are more like armed cargo haulers. They're gonna have to throw a lot more than that. It means it works. Oh look, 4 more.
Thought you could use the help.
Oh, someone's out here to assist. Well, and that makes these odds even better. His shields are gone. He's dead. See, these guys just drop like flies. All right. And there we go.
We show area as clear. Good job. Mission commission out.
Hooray! Alright, well, let's get back to civilization, shall we?
Round 2.
Oh, look at that. My current worth is 61,962 credits. I need to reach 67,691 to get to the next level. Which will, of course, mean the next mission. In hindsight, I probably should have done some of this off camera. Just a thought. Just a thought.
actually going to kind of shortcut this slightly. There we go. After I'm through with this, I wonder if there's any really good single-player mods out there for Freelancer, because I really would like to play them. I mean, really would like to play them. Let's cancel out of that trade lane. And head back to the battleship Suffolk. There we'll be able to sell off a couple more weapons and rearm with some better ones and take another mission.
Roger that. Your request to dock is granted. Proceed to dock 1.
Gladly, battleship commander or flight deck commander, whoever you may be. Alright, let's get rid of the commodities first. Just a few units of oxygen. Alright, let's see. Skyrail, Ripper. Yeah. They both use the same amount of energy. So let's get rid of the first two and replace them with something else. Yeah. Actually, let's just go ahead and replace all of them with sky rails. There we go. Which still leaves us with just over 6,000 credits. Let's go ahead and take another mission. Let's do this one for the armed forces. Somali ships for 3,300. I'll take it. And it's very close.
This is Armed Forces Lambda 7 to Freelancer Alpha 1-1. I'm commencing a scan on your cargo bay for contraband.
Go right ahead.
You're all clear. Nothing on you.
Enemy ships will be at the mission waypoint. See the nav map for further details.
Alright. Oh, my current worth has dropped to 51,000. Well, that's just swell. I guess that means I'm going to have to do a lot of blowing stuff up then, aren't I? Ugh. This is going to be one of those days. Where you just can't seem to get a break no matter how hard you try. But, oh well, c'est la vie. Such is the way of Freelancer. And actually, if I could find some really expensive loot, I mean, that would greatly benefit me. I just like having all of these sky rails equipped to my fighter. It's so cool.
This is Armed Forces Beta 5 at Freelancer Alpha 1-1. I'm scanning your cargo for contraband.
You guys just scanned me.
There's nothing here I want.
Well, of course not.
Enemy ships in range. We're painting them so you can ID them easily.
When I'm done.
Ah! He didn't even get a word off. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? Oh, that hurt a little. This is incredible. I've got to be a little more precise with my shots, but they hit so hard. One more. Gosh.
I've got one on me.
Goodbye. There we go.
You did it. The area is clear. Well done. Mission Commission signing off.
Fantastic, which brings me up to a net worth of 54,000. Well, let's just head back to the Suffolk, since that's the closest location to our current position, which can give us monies. And that is what I want right now, is the money. Actually taking a look at this this Star Viper model right now, and it's actually very well detailed. I'm surprised how much detail they managed to cram into this tiny little model. It's very impressive. I'm very pleased with this. I want to get 2 more of these Star Vipers and build a squadron out of them. That's what I really want. So maybe in a couple of weeks.
Alright, closing in on the battleship Suffolk. I don't know why he's just sitting